Hi, welcome to Manas Shil YouTube channel. Before we start, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Let's start the video. If you haven't watched the previous video, I'll link it in the description box, or you can click here. Chapter 2. A short-lived everyday life. Rimuru communicates to Dino. Five months have passed since Walpurgis. During this time, many things have happened, but it has been very peaceful overall. There have been no signs of Michael making his move. I was worried that we hadn't been able to keep track of what Feldway and the others were up to, but I was trying to think positively that we've at least had the time to strengthen our defenses. Or rather, there was a reason to be taking it easy. Actually, I had been trying to get in touch with Dino since back then. The method of contacting him was, quite simply, the curse that Zijin had carved into Dino. Zijin and Dino were connected through the curse spell. When Seal-san told me this, I had asked if we could communicate through it. It's easy. I couldn't help the blank look on my face when I was told that so simply, but I suppose I should have welcomed it if I could. I immediately contacted Dino and stuck it right to him. Well, as far as Dino was concerned, I'd rather have him near the enemy. Even though he had been doing some chores for Ramers, I couldn't shake the thought that it would just be a waste of money, even if he was on our side. It would be more helpful if he could give us information while in the enemy camp. As I have said before, what one should really fear is not a competent enemy, but an incompetent ally. This is exactly the case with Dino, who has contributed to us simply by being on the enemy side. So, the contents of the conversation we had at that time. Hey, Dino-kun, how are you? When I spoke to him, Dino seemed to panic. That's right. It was natural for him to be so surprised, because I had suddenly spoken into his mind. Rimuru-san. Oh, so you do know. Me, it's me. This was not just a scam. To make him understand that I was in the superior position, I'd have to be high-handed here. What is this for? I am very busy. He reacted quite uncomfortably, and I smirked. You won't be getting away, Dino-kun. With that in mind, I sent out a thought. No, it's quite a simple story. Dino-kun, I heard you picked a fight with me, right? No, I mean, I did pick a fight, but it wasn't as dramatic as it sounds. I don't want to hear any excuses. I think what's most important is sincerity. Sincerity, you say? I heard that you let intruders into Ramers' labyrinth and went on a rampage. Moreover, you even plotted to kidnap Ramers, didn't you? I smirked and cornered Dino. Well, you see, I had to do it because I was ordered. Didn't I just tell you that I don't want to hear any excuses? Yes, I'm sorry. It was hard to tell which of us was the villain here, but I'm a demon lord, so it's fine. Incidentally, Dino was also a demon lord, so my conscience remained conveniently unharmed. Dino's reaction was sluggish, as if realizing that he was in the wrong. Taking advantage of the opportunity, I began to negotiate. Normally, this would have been an unforgivable act, but I am willing to ignore it just this once. That is, if Dino-kun is sorry though. Seriously. Of course, I'm sorry. It's just that I have my own problems, and this is what happened. You understand that, don't you? I do. It's just that Dino-kun was under Michael's control. As I thought, he wasn't aware of it. However, Dino's inherently lazy personality probably helped him this time, as he didn't seem to have much loyalty to Michael, the ruler. Wait, hold on. Seriously? I'm being controlled. Yup, you are. I didn't think it was your decision to do that either. After saying that, I told him about Michael's ability. So that's how it is. I'm assuming that you have an angelic skill too, am I wrong? No way. It's true that I do have the ultimate skill Heavenly King Astarte. Dino's skill is Heavenly King Astarte. I'm not sure what it does, but it seems that it is an angelic skill. That's it then. That's why you're being manipulated by Michael without even realizing it. Based on Dino's reaction, letting him know that he was under control could be a good thing or a bad thing. He did not seem to be completely under control to the point of swearing allegiance, so it might be easier for the domination to fall apart. Dino's character might also be a factor, but I had a feeling that he would be able to break through this well. What should I do? Listening to you, I don't feel angry at Michael. I don't feel like betraying him, and I don't feel like joining you guys. I didn't realize it until now, but it's definitely a weird feeling. With this, I was able to find out Dino's skills, and also make him aware of everything. This contact seems to have been a great success. But anyway, I'll take my chances. Well, I have a hypothesis. If you have a demonic skill that opposes an angelic skill, you might be able to offset them and escape from their control. There are other ways to do this, but I don't recommend them because they depend on luck. As for the offset theory, Chloe is an example. Because she had demonas named Chrono, Chloe herself was not controlled. I heard that she had lost contact with Chrono now, but from what I saw, she had fought and struggled to remove the control circuit from Hope King, Serial. I wanted to help, but I trust them, and will let them do what they want. So, it's just a matter of luck. That's a lie. It's not that I don't trust Dino, but he is still under control. I'm not stupid enough to reveal all of my tricks. Actually, with Leon, I had a feeling that Seal-san would take care of things if used predation on him. But just the thought of that was unpleasant, so I was saving it as a last resort. That's why I told Dino that there was only a possibility that I could do something. I see. It doesn't feel good being controlled, so I'll see if I can do something about it. Hey, don't overdo it. Michael and us demon lords are going to have an all-out war, so I want you to do nothing and stay out of suspicion. Even if I could get information from Dino such as by asking him to spy, I wouldn't fully believe him. The effect of Zijin's curse was not enough to prevent him from telling lies, and even if he could, it would be useless if he told Michael about what was reported to us. Since I was not sure which effect was greater, Zijin's coercion or Michael's control, I thought it was dangerous to rely on uncertain information. But even so, it would be a waste to let Dino fool around here. Rather, it is unacceptable that we be the only ones who are struggling. Is that alright? Dino looks happy to be told not to do anything. He's such a sweet guy. There's no reason for me to be kind. I also thought it would be hard for you to betray Michael. I replied in a gentle tone, as if I cared about Dino, but I was secretly ready to make him work. No, I don't want to betray him, but I don't care at all about leaking information. Hey, is this really okay? I don't think I can trust this guy on a fundamental level. No, this is fine. It's best to have him act in our favor to the extent that he doesn't even feel like he's betraying us. No, it's okay. You don't have to do anything. Seriously. Then, what about that sincerity thing you were talking about earlier? I've been doing a good job of leading the conversation. It seems I was right to use Dino's innocent nature to get him to act voluntarily. Even if you don't join the battle, that's almost like having Michael's strength reduced. I see, that is true. It's a little annoying that he was convinced by that, but because it's Dino, I feel like it's forgivable. I see, if you say so. Then I'll let you know if there's anything you need to hear about. That would help. Alright, now he'll be able to be a spy without being aware of it. Okay, I'll keep an eye on things, so let me know if you need anything. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. By the way, what's Michael doing now? Do you have any idea of when he might be ready to move? Having succeeded in getting Dino to talk, I asked him what I wanted to know. I could tell when he was lying, so as long as Dino didn't tell on me, the information would be reliable. Yeah, I think he's asleep now. You see, he got Velgren's power, and also took Velzer's power. I guess the strain of that took its toll, and he went dormant. Whoa, that's some great information right there. I had thought he would weaken Velzerd before making his move, that impatient bastard. Oh, I heard she fought Guy, so she might have been a little weakened. But it seemed that neither of them had fought seriously, so it must have been too much for Michael to handle. And so, the dragon factor was taken from her. If that's the case, it's possible that Michael has changed in some way, so we should be on our guard. What I am wondering about is, what happened to Velzerd? Velzerd is recovering too. She will probably be back to normal in a few days. I see, I guess the possibility of being attacked out of nowhere has disappeared, but a true dragon's resilience is unbelievable. However, I'd like to think that there wouldn't be a full-scale invasion until Michael, the commander, is back to normal. Okay, thanks. For this, it's a small price to pay. There were many more questions I wanted to ask, such as the number of enemies, but I decided not to go any further. It would be better to be satisfied with Dino's willingness to speak up, because he would be a long-lasting source of information. Okay then, I'll be in touch. Oh, I just remembered. It would be helpful if you could tell Ramrus that I'm sorry. Just as I was about to end the conversation, Dino asked me for a favor. So, I briskly declined. You can apologize yourself later. She was pretty angry, and said that she was going to use all 48 of her special moves on you. 48 my ass. All she can do is drop kicks. I don't know. That's just what she said. Didn't I tell you? When I said that, it seemed like Dino was laughing. Phew. I understand. See you later. Yeah, see ya. With Dino's approval, I broke the connection this time. And that was about it for the exchange. It went well, I'd say. I had already shared this story with the demon lords, with the caveat that Dino was an informant. That's why we did not have to feel tense. Of course, I couldn't deny the possibility that the whole thing was a trap, but if I did that, I'd be just like Seal-san. It was no fun being overly cautious and losing your nerve, plus it would be like falling into the enemy's trap, so I came to the conclusion that the best thing to do was to be natural. Well, that was still the same decision I made when I heard that the angels were coming to attack. I had always been the type of person who did what I could do tomorrow. In other words, you have to take responsibility for your own actions. But I've digressed from the topic at hand. I asked Dino to call me every morning to see if Michael had woken up or not. Michael shouldn't be able to see everything. He seems to be able to manipulate the skills of his subjects, but I don't think he can read their thoughts. If that were possible, he would have to process a huge amount of information, and that would make it more difficult to extract only the necessary information. I do not believe that a person who cannot even tell a lie to himself would go that far. The rationale behind that thought was Seal-san. Even Seal-san asserted that, although it was possible to speak with someone connected by the soul corridor, it was impossible to read their every thought. While one might sometimes be able to sense their surface psychology, it is impossible to interfere with what someone is thinking deep inside. However, I have heard that you can see the answer to a question if you ask it directly, but I have some idea about that. I always tried to be cautious, because I felt that my thoughts were often seen through. For that reason, I placed a certain level of trust in Dino's information. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy it.